Namaste. Shri Param Jyoti Amma Bhagavan Sharanam. Today's health miracle experience is shared by Pugalwani ji from Tirupur, Tamil Nadu, 5th December 2022. This miracle happened few years ago when my son was at school. One day, I got a call from the school authorities saying that my son had a fall and that he had a head injury. The person informed that my son had lost his consciousness and was vomiting severely. His health condition was worsening as they were on the way to the hospital. My only hope was Amma Bhagavan. Began chanting the Mula mantra and pleaded to Amma Bhagavan to save him. I could only reminisce the Rakshana Kavacha bestowed during the Homa for the entire family. Intense prayers continued throughout the travel, and on reaching the hospital, I was totally overwhelmed to hear that my son was out of danger. Thank you so much, dear Amma Bhagavan, for the divine protection rendered for my family. Today's wealth miracle experience is shared by Rama Krishnamurti ji from Seattle, USA. I work as a technical lead for a music streaming company in Seattle for 4 years now. Due to the anticipated economic recession, a lot of companies in USA are going through the exercise of laying off their staffs. And on 14th November, on the day of Gratitude Day, my company had to take the hard decision of laying off about 60% of their staff in US. In my own team of 11 members, 9 of them were asked to go. I prayed to Amma Bhagavan to save my position, and by their benevolent love and kindness, I was identified by the company to retain this job along with one more employee. This is the second time I have been financially protected by Sri Amma Bhagavan. My previous employer closed their operations in Seattle, due to which all of the employees were laid off. However, I was the only employee who was given the option to move to Chicago, and also they gave me an extended period of 1 year to work from Seattle and decided to take the offer in Chicago. Time and again, I feel very secured by the unconditional love of Sri Amma Bhagavan. Today's Atma Sakshatkara experience is shared by Deepaji from New Jersey, native of Teni, Tamil Nadu. Heartfelt gratitude to Sri Paramjyoti Amma Bhagavan for gifting me with wonderful states with every 74,000 Diksha Yajna. Before the 74,000 Diksha, there used to be a lot of mind activity and inner conflicts. I was constantly on the run both externally and internally. With every process, thoughts and mind are slowing down. When the inner conflicts arise, intense awareness comes along to wash the inner dialogue and conflicts subside much quicker than before. Mind intervenes only when required most of the times. It has become more like being active in external world and being passive in the inner world. Experiences through sensory organs are much intense. At times, I am able to sit behind and experience states of no thoughts also, especially during prayer times. I get the insight that the inner peace and silence that we experience is the ultimate gift that all of us are longing for. And this is indeed a divine benediction from the Supreme Compassionate Light. In relationships, when I get hurt, I am able to fully experience the pain as it happens and then see that charge has been miraculously removed. Experiencing the other person has become a common occurrence out of which arises compassion. Prayers are rising much more spontaneous and heartfelt than before. Sri Amma Bhagwan's teaching of the other is not responsible is becoming a reality, and hence I am unable to judge others as before. Inner integrity is automatic, and the intent behind every action is obvious. Immense heartfelt gratitude to Sri Amma Bhagavan for always being with me and bestowing me the supreme gift of being a chosen member of 74,000 Diksha Yajna. Today's Bhagavath Sakshatkara experience is shared by Manikamji from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. We have the habit of offering prasadam to our beloved Amma Bhagavan every day. One day we had offered upma for breakfast to our dear Amma Bhagavan. A few hours later, when I entered the puja room, I was really surprised to see that a portion of the upma was tasted by them. On the next day, we had offered ghee dal rice for lunch. Sometime later, when I went to puja room, I was so happy to see Bhagwan's two fingerprints visibly seen in the rice. We are filled with immense gratitude as we know that our beloved Amma Bhagavan are always with us and we can feel their presence in our house day in and day out. Today's Kalki Sudarshana Homa miracle is shared by Pugalwani ji from Tirupur. I came to know about Sri Amma Bhagavan in the year 2007. My daughter and son were studying in year card school at that time. As their academic grades were very low, I was worried whether they would be able to pursue their higher studies. After prayers for the first time ever in Navratri Homa, my daughter completed her 12th standard with a gold medal, scoring the highest marks, 198 out of 200 in economics. My son was blessed with a meritorious seat in MIT Pune by the loving grace of Sri Amma Bhagavan. Until then, we lived in a rental property and our business was drastically affected due to closing down of dyeing factories in Tirupur. As prayed in the Homa, we were blessed with the opportunity to shift our business to Ahmedabad. Even when we were in Ahmedabad and Pune, I used to frugally save up and participate regularly in the Homa. By the immense blessings received in the Homa, our business thrived and our turnover multiplied. I had dreamt about our own house for many years. After taking Sankalpa as GPM and Satiloka Homas, we were blessed to complete our dream house, a 4 BHK 4,000 square feet house with all modern amenities. As prayed in the Homas, Amma Bhagavan blessed both of my children with a blissful married life. In 2017, my daughter's wedding was a grand occasion with 6,000 plus guests. We gifted her a Volvo X90. My son's wedding took place in 2020 in spite of all the pandemic crisis. Amma Bhagavan blessed them both with their lovely star kids. The ongoing process of partition of our ancestral property was resolved amicably, which is yet another Homa blessing. We inherited 30 acres of land from my husband's family in 2020 and 11 acres from my parents in 2022. Thank you so much, dear Amma Bhagavan, for transforming our lives and blessing us with prosperity and abundance.